So I've now finished drawing the lines on here, and you can see I've made an error over here on the side, but it's not going to cause me trouble because I can lift up the plastic and see behind. Now I want to show you an alternate way to do these lines if you don't want to do math, like I alluded to. So I've got a different picture just so I don't have to untape it. So I've got a different picture and I've got this taped onto a different piece of plastic. So I started to draw, I drew the line on the bottom, and then I drew this line here, and I realized I was crooked, which reminded me of something else I wanted to show you, which is when you don't have, like I was tracing the outside edge of a printed picture. When you have something like this where the edge isn't clear, it's not a bad idea to use something that has a straight edge. So I'm going to line up the bottom of this picture, or I'm sorry, this is a book, the bottom of this book with the bottom edge, and then I'm going to use the edge of the book to draw my line, because I think it's a pretty good bet that the book is square. Obviously, if you have a square, in the studio we have tools called squares, and you can use that, but you may not have one of those right now. And then you can do the same thing to line up the top edge, right? Line that edge up, and this one should pretty much line up with the top of the artwork until I squished it over here. So that works out fairly well. So anyway, measurements this way. You can do if you don't want to work on inches, you can simply mark the distance on a scrap of paper, and then that's going to be my edge. Now I can fold it in half and make my own ruler. So I've folded that in half, and I'm going to fold this in half. And now I have a special ruler that applies just to this artwork. I don't know what those measurements are, but this is 1, this is 2, and then I can either fold the rest of it or just bring these over. This is 3, and now I've got my marks. I can do the same thing on the top. I'm going to start from this side because I screwed up on that side over there. And then this way as well, and we'll see how far I screwed up on that line over here. Yeah, this is wrong here. I'm a little ways off. So now I can switch back to a ruler to draw these lines in, and I'm going to want to use this, because I'm making squares, I'm going to want to use the same special Rachel measurement tool that I've just made to do the lines going this way as well. So these might not work out quite evenly. That's fine, not a big deal. These are going to be a little higher than, my top line, and that's okay because we want to keep them square. How you apply this to your other, to the thing the project that you're actually making, will depend what you do with that extra space, whether you put it at the bottom, put it at the top, what you do with it. So, and that'll get into some of the planning for the other planning assignment this week. All right, so I'm going to finish drawing in these lines, and then I'm going to show you what this looks like on the other board. So once you put it onto the illustration board.